8th episode of the podcast, and we have our guest right here, Snipes. Say
What's
hello
going
to
on?
everybody.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your boy Snipes.
Yay!
Yeah, so what we're gonna talk about in this podcast is, well, a bunch of fighter stuff, really. So the first one we're gonna talk about is what we think of how UI Goku is gonna play out, how is he gonna be like, and etc. So why don't you start us off, Snipes?
Well, UI Goku, I think he's going to be quite not like a defensive character, but I think he's gonna have like a wide variety of tools to get in and get out. Like he's gonna have a bunch of counters. I think he's gonna be sick. The character, I can't really tell because it's Goku, but I don't feel like he'd play like any of the other Gokus. I think he's going to be completely different. I think he's going to have a wide variety of tools as, displayed. Kind of like Jiren, where he has like a bunch of different counters, but hopefully they don't make him like his counters exactly Jiren-like, where, I hope he get more out of using them, where he can get like more damage and stuff like that. I hope that he doesn't just have the ones where like the opponents can get out of it, or he doesn't get much off of it. I want to see the opponent's counters be used really cool. I hope his reflecting animation is like really good. Hopefully it's not like Vidal's. That's what I'm really trying to look out for, is not having it be like Vidal's. Vidal's is garbage, and that's one of the reasons that she hasn't played, so hopefully they don't give the same thing to UI Goku.
So how do you think the dodge mechanics for UI Goku is gonna go? Because they have it like something like that for Videl, but obviously UI Goku is gonna have it more since UI Goku.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I can't say for sure how it would go. I just hope it doesn't go like how Vidal's does. That's where my biggest issue is that I just hope that her dodging his dodging animation doesn't play out the same way. Like the reflect, the dodges, it doesn't give me a Videl feel, so that way the character can be more fun. But I think he's gonna be sick.
Yeah. And what do you think, Pyro?
Well, shit. I see him being more defensive-like. I imagine he won't just dodge everything by hitting nothing, because that would just be dumb and stupid and make no sense. But I don't know. I hope he doesn't have a normal reflect. If they do give him a spot dodge reflect, I hope it fucking works, unlike Vidal's, which doesn't. Like every Vidal man in the world come at me like, no, you're just not. No, it doesn't fucking work. Okay, you may have gotten lucky a few times, but Vidal's spot dodge does not fucking work. Reflect hardly works half the time. So if they're gonna give him a spot dodge one, it has to be fucking faster. It has to be not worthless. I see him having a lot of stances and shit too, and hopefully, running theme here. I hope they actually work. Because if they're anything like Jiren's, where he gets the counter and then you level 3 him and it doesn't matter, he gets punished for using his counter. It's just that's hilarious. That's a joke. Actually, you know what? That actually would be kind of funny. Like Jiren and UI Goku, the strongest characters in Dragon Ball, fucking suck in fighters. And that'd be some shit.
That's pretty much what they did with not in a sense, but Blue Gogeta, where he's one of the strongest characters in all of Dragon Ball history. He's not the best. He's really bad. So they can do a bunch more. I don't want the character to come in GT Goku but I would hope that the character comes in and he has his own things. At least come in and be as good or better than Kefla. Nah, I'm okay.
Yeah, because from what we've seen, I've only seen one clip of UI Goku on Twitter where it shows sort of gameplay of him, where it just shows Jiren and then UI Goku, dodging it, and then he appears behind Jiren and then starts attacking him right there. yeah, like I do hope UI Goku is good in a sense. Like, to me, what I think UI Goku is gonna be like is that, yeah, he's gonna have spot dodges, kind of like Videl, but a little bit faster. And he's also gonna do a bunch of, like what Pyro says, stance attacks. Like, for example, Gogeta, when you do his quarter circle X, that move where he just stands still, and then I forgot, I don't know what the move's called, but it's the quarter circle X where he kind of stands there and then hits you. Yeah, the sparkle hits you and then appears behind you, and then you could attack right away. I do think UI Goku is gonna have something similar to that. Like, if he dodges one of the attacks, like let's say a beam attack, and he dodges it, then he's gonna do the same thing like Gogeta, where it's gonna hit the opponent, and then after that appear behind the opponent, and then start attacking him right away. I do think UI Goku might be kind of like that.
I don't know if we need another character with a full screen command grab. Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
I mean, of course, nerf it a little bit, because, like, for Gogeta Blue, when I try to use that move, I do sometimes miss that. But yeah, I do think one of his moves is gonna be like that. Now, I also do think that since they're gonna have Mastered and not Omen, because at first when they announced UI Goku, I thought they're gonna have Omen first, and then one of his level 3s would be him going into Mastered. But since he's already Mastered right off the bat, one of his level 3s, I don't know. I guess just a Super Kamehameha type move for one of his level 3s. Can't really think of anything else there for him.
I don't know. I was kind of thinking that they make him go Omen too, but I would say most likely is, like, I don't think they'll give him multiple level 3s. Maybe they do. Maybe they give him an aerial one where he does the Kamehameha that he did to Kefla, and then on the grounded version, maybe, I don't know what he'd do, but it'd just be like a flurry of attacks and then something else. Who knows what they could like do? They can make it kind of special, kind of unique. I just wouldn't know for sure, but I think I would hope that they'd give him 2, and give him the one that he an area one, the Kamehameha that he did to Kefla, and then something else.
Yeah, because, like, the only thing I could really think of at the top of my head right now is just that, yeah, just the Kamehameha move, and that's it, not really anything else. I mean, he could do... Actually, now I'm thinking about it, maybe one of his... Maybe it could be more of a level 1 for him, actually, instead. Where... How he fought Jiren, and they both kind of did, like, multiple punches. It looks like they have multiple arms right there in stance, just hitting each other all at once. Maybe one of his level 1s could be like that. Like, it could be like somewhat... You have to be somewhat close to the enemy for that to work, and then UI Goku could just do multiple punches really quick all at once. Not like hit, no. Like a different type of animation. Like in Super. How he did that. Yeah, maybe that could work for him.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. And then now, like...
Pretty dope.
Okay, going to Xenoverse 2 real quick, how UI Goku in that one, he has Soaring Fist. I could think of a way that they could actually implement that in fighters, doing that Soaring Fist move. Maybe that could be one of his quarter circles.
Maybe that could be a case. Maybe it could be maybe the Soaring Fist is just his S, or if you're playing, if you don't know what S means, it's just pressing the X button. So, yeah, it could just be one of those. Instead of like, key blast, he just shoots out that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like fighters terminology, I'm still learning. Hey, I don't know all of it. I do know what 2H is. It's basically down circle.
2H.
But that's the only one I know so far. I'm still trying to learn all the others.
Yeah, so you don't really like need to know like them all. Like the best part about it is that while you play, you will learn it for fighters. But I would think that for UI Goku, maybe the X button is his soaring fist, and then he has like a whole bunch of different moves, and maybe his like the quarter, circle, forward, square, and triangle. Those are like the little things where like he will like shoot the little eye beams or whatnot and punch you, kind of like how Jiren does, since he can do that. And yeah, it'll all depend on what they do with the character.
Yeah. Actually, there's another thing that they could use UI Goku. It's kind of like how when he was in Omen and when he was powering up. Remember that scene in the Tournament of Power where UI Goku, when he was in Omen, he was powering up, and then they were like, "Oh, this heat!" Like they were feeling like this heat from his form. Maybe they could use that, but actually do some sort of damage. They could somehow implement that for him. Kind of like Gohan, when he when Gohan does that too. When he powers up and then uses his aura, and his aura does damage. I don't know what the move's called because I don't play Gohan.
Unleash.
Potential Unleash, yeah. But I mean, I don't know like the inputs because I don't play Gohan at all. But maybe something like that for UI Goku though.
Yeah.
That would be pretty. That'd be
But don't give him a power increase, for the love of God.
like Super Broly.
Yeah. Or like Gohan.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I don't. Depending on like the characters, like see, I don't have an issue with like I've been playing fighters for like as long as I possibly could have. Like sometimes I take breaks on and off. I don't have problems with characters that get like damage boosts off their like different things. Because Broly, you still gotta spend 3 bars to get a damage boost. Like Gohan, you still gotta spin a bar to really get a damage boost. There are characters where you do get like damage boosts that you don't really have to spend any like meter to like do it, but that would be like base Vegeta. Like his throw will give him like a 200 damage boost to like his super attacks, but you still have to spend meter to do that. So it like I don't mind like the character spending meter to like get stronger, but I don't think that there would be like I don't think a damage boost mechanic would be something that they give to UI Goku. It would have made more sense of like, he was Omen first and then he came in like, in the fully awakened, but it wouldn't make much sense for him to just get a damage boost out of nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I would have thought what they would have did with UI Goku would have been the exact same way that they have Golden Frieza, where they just had Goku and then he becomes UI, and it's like a transformation that you have for like a while in the fight, and Sparking can maintain it, but then it would go away. Same effects with Golden Frieza, but they just gave you the whole character, so you just have UI Goku and you're running around, and if he's anything like Golden Frieza, like normally, that could be a pretty scary character.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because he does have quite a few range attacks shown in the anime, as well as, well, only one in Xenoverse 2, which again, going back to the whole Soaring Fist move, but yeah. So any final thoughts for that topic?
I don't know. Just make them good, but not too good, because then people will get mad. Because people always get mad.
Yeah, I'd want to see him good. Honestly, how I feel for DragonBall FighterZ is that, you know, like sometimes you lose and you're like, you know, you have a quick instance to be like, you know, this character is very, you know, very strong. Like season 2 when I'd lose to GT Goku, I was like, this character is insane. Which the character was pretty strong. Like the character was really, really good. Kid Buu really, really good, but I don't want to see characters just. I don't want to see the characters get nerfed. I want to see all the other characters get buffed up to the characters that are in the top level. Like a character that I played like very well, or I used to play like a lot, was the Super Saiyan Goku, and he got gutted.
Fucking castrized.
So he got gutted. So it's like, you know, I didn't want to see the characters just get, you know, gutted. That's not fun for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see that either because, well, the characters that I play was, well, right now is Blue Gogeta, Black Goku, and Dragon Ball Z Broly. And I don't think that any of them got nerfed at all or buffs.
Well,
I don't remember.
Vegeta didn't. Super Broly did. I mean, Z Broly did, and Goku Black did. So it's like they're good. They got buffs, but like Z Broly was already a really good character, so he got buffs. So, you know, he's still a really good character. Goku Black was not a top tier character, or not even a good character. So his buffs.
He was aight.
So his buffs still don't really make him that good. But you have characters that are like base Vegeta, who was a top tier character, got buffs, more top tier of a character. You have Trunks, top tier character, got buffs, now more of a top tier character. I wish that they kept like the Gohans the same, because the Gohans didn't really bother me. I didn't think they needed to change anything about them, EX legs, any of that. The Gohans didn't need to be changed. Like Ginyu, of course, I'm happy he got changed. Bardock got no changes. He's the same character. Got the best assists in the game, so Bardock is still, you know, out here thriving. Kid Buu, basically unchanged, still the best character in the game. GT Goku, he got nerfed pretty well, but still a top tier character because that's just how good the character was. I mean, Golden Frieza got his buffs, better character than he was before. I mean, Frieza just in general, much better of a character. So I like it. The Blue Goku got some buffs, better of a character, cooler, better of a character. Then you have Kefla, who came into the game, didn't need to be changed. Still a good character. Dragon Ball Super Broly, better. Android 21 is way better now.
I'm so happy.
So there's a lot of characters here that are usable characters. Like Nappa is a usable character. 18, very usable character. Piccolo's not that much more of a usable character anymore. Gotenk's a usable character. Vegeta, way more usable. Base Goku's usable. And then Super Saiyan Goku, he has the heart virus, so he's not here this season. But
man's asleep.
You have a lot of characters you can use.
Yeah, like talking about Android 18 for a second. When I played casual, because I got tired of ranked, so I decided to play casual, and I'm pretty sure this dude was a Smurf. Like, he literally botted me with Android 18, but the moment I take his Android 18 out, he's alright with all the other characters. So I'm thinking his Android 18 was good, but I was just getting bodied by Android 18s.
18's always been a solid character. She's always been on high tier, to me at least. Not top tier, but high tier.
Yeah, 18's been a pretty good character. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with running her. I mean, I think this season you probably won't see that much 18. You probably will. People might use it more. But you're definitely going to see like people running around using trunks all over the place. You might see more Dragon Ball Super Broly, so I'm really glad like got buffed because this character's damage output is very insane. You might see like you might see base Vegeta everywhere. Like,
yeah, base Vegeta fucking hurts.
that character's definitely got like a lot of buffs that probably weren't necessary, but just got them.
Oh yeah, definitely, because every single time I come across base Vegetas, they always get me. They always catch me somehow, some way, and they do a crap ton of damage to me, and I'm like, bruh.
How? What the fuck? Sir.
Yeah, alright, so let's move on to the next topic. Our prediction on who will be added in the FighterZ Pass 3 and Dragon Ball FighterZ. So why don't you start us off, SnypeZ?
Predictions on who will be. So I think due to the data mine stuff that's already in the game, I feel like Omega Shenron was definitely something that's already like there, so there's no need to say like Omega Shenron. I would say maybe if my guesses were correct, they probably, besides UI Goku, I don't think that they'd add like another Goku, but if they did, it would just be God Goku and God Vegeta. I don't really know who else they would really add. Maybe I would say Pycon. Pycon would be cool. Tapion would be cool, but those aren't, you know, characters that like a lot of people. Those are characters that people have requested, but I know like the most popular character that people have requested is Master Roshi. So that right there gives, I don't think it like gives him the biggest chance of like getting in, but you know, it is everybody, like a lot of people in the community are like looking out for like characters like Raditz and Master Roshi, which I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing them in the game, but those are the characters that I'm going to be playing. Because I know everybody was requesting Janemba to be in the game, and people are not playing Janemba like how they should. So
I fuck with Janemba.
Like, I think it's all like what it's all. I really couldn't tell you like who I see. Maybe more GT characters. Maybe not just Omega Shenron, but like Super Baby or something like that. They have a lot of heroes in the game. Like, you know, there aren't, in comparison to like, you know, villains, there aren't as many villains in the game, I think, as compared to the hero characters. So, well, I think there are, because I don't know, is it even? I don't think it's even, but there are a lot of hero characters in the game. I would like to see, you know, whoever else I could see villain wise. I don't think that they would like, I really wouldn't be able to tell you who else they can add. Maybe they come out and do something wild and they add Whis. I can't really tell you. They have all the androids here. They wouldn't add like someone like Android 8. They wouldn't do that.
Weak ass androids.
They have like most of the Z-Fighters. They have Bardock. They have They have Dragon Ball Super 17. So we got him. They have Jiren. Maybe Topo. Topo's a big one that I was thinking about, but I'd want God Topo. I don't know. I don't think like the regular Topo would. Like,
I don't give a shit about normal Topo anymore.
Well,
I want the jacked one with the ripped shirt.
The normal Topo, you know, I think I'm cool with it. It's just he has to become God Topo for like a period of time during the fight. And that would be cool. Or just
Like
give me the
Golden
God Topo.
Frieza?
Yes. Either he does that, or you just give me God Topo like right out the beginning of the gates. Now I'm cool with that.
Justice or something. I don't know.
And what do you?
Dispo, I'm not sure about Dispo. Who do you guys have? Who do you guys have coming in for your season 3 predictions?
All I want is Pan. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, that's all I want. We got Videl. I want Pan.
I mean, Pan would be interesting. I don't really remember. Like, to be honest, I don't really remember how she fights in GT. I don't remember much of her. So I don't know how she's gonna work out if she actually does get added into fighters. But the characters that I was thinking that they might add is, yeah, like Topo, and then have him, like what you said, have him basically transform kind of like Frieza into God Topo. That would be awesome to see that. And then the other characters.
Majin Vegeta has a high chance too. I will say that.
Oh yeah,
Either
him.
God Vegeta or Majin Vegeta. They do have high chances. I don't know about adding Blue Evolution Vegeta. The transformation's like, you know, it's there, but literally all it is just, you know, it's a fan service Super Vegeta, but it's just Super Saiyan Blue, and that's it. So I don't know about that. I honestly, I didn't like that transformation's like, you know, okay, but God Vegeta, I'm okay with that. God Goku, I'm okay with that. Anybody else? I'm not really all that sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do think, yeah, Majin Vegeta, Topo, they gotta have to have his god form in there. If he, like, if they do like a twist and just add God Topo right off the bat, kind of like they did with UI Goku, just added his mastered form. If they do that with Topo, I think I would be fine with that too. To just straight up add God Topo right off the bat. There.
I'm definitely okay with that. There's no complaints on my part.
Yeah. And then what else? Okay, so Topo, Majin Vegeta. I'm trying to remember, like, how many spaces there left. Okay, because there's 2. Isn't there 6 in total for the FighterZ Pass for characters to come out? Yeah.
No, there's only 5.
Oh, 5. Okay. So 5. So they already added Kefla, they're gonna add UI Goku. Omega Shenron's gonna be in there. Okay, that's 3. So that means there's only 2 more spots. So yeah, Topo and Majin Vegeta to fill in those 2 spots. Or you know,
Topo, Majin Vegeta, Super Baby.
Oh yeah, Super Baby would be nice.
Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, whichever one you want to see.
Like, I don't know, this might be out there and they might not add it. But maybe Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta?
I'd say it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, because it's like, for Blue Gogeta, they technically already have Super Saiyan Gogeta and, of course, Blue Gogeta in one character, because if we see the dramatic finish of Janemba, he powers back down to Super Saiyan and then does all that to Janemba for his dramatic finish. So that's already 2 characters in one, but we haven't seen any, you know, Gogeta going Super Saiyan 4, so no, that could be a possibility of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta being added in there, but the chances of that, I think, are kind of somewhat low. I think. And then, what other character can they add? I don't know if they... I'm thinking This might be in the fourth fighter pass because I do think that they're gonna add a fourth one because fighters right now it's really successful, especially the changes, what they did. Maybe Kale and Caulifla as separate.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It might be something they do later. Like, way later, if they do it at all.
Yeah, that might be something that's like done way later. Because I know if that was the case, then Goten and Trunks should be there.
Oh yeah.
Like Goten and Trunks should definitely be like their own two separate characters. And
yeah.
Kid Trunks, then, not the other Trunks. We already know. Don't chill out, everybody.
Yeah, but actually, what about? I just had it. I just had that character in my head just now, and now I just forgot.
Bula.
No. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, Kaba. What about him? Because he's kind of left out.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, that's
could
definitely
be cool.
That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, because
they could, you know, make more of Universe 6 characters, but I don't know. I don't see Kaba's popularity being anywhere as near as like Raditz, Roshi, anything like that. Like I don't see how Kaba would make it in over something like Blue Evolution Vegeta, God Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, something like that. Like I don't see how people would look and be like, Kaba, yeah, that's the guy.
Tingly feeling head ass.
I don't see how people could look at like him and be like, yeah, he's the one I want. That's Kaba. That's the one.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess they could add Kaba later on, but like I do think that they should add Kaba at some point because to have more Universe 6 characters. If they're not gonna have Kefla be separate and have Caulifla and Kale, then I do think that they should add Kaba at least in some point. Maybe not in the third FighterZ Pass, but at some point in the future they should. And maybe like Dispo at some point in the future they should add him too there. But at the same time, like you said, there's way too many hero characters and villains. So the villain that I think that they should add is probably Bojack. Even though Bojack, I don't think his popularity is as high as the other characters that you said, Snipe. But I think Bojack would be a cool villain to add in there.
Bojack could be there. Like another thing that I probably won't see anything until like they make. I definitely think they're gonna make another DBFZ game, DBFZ 2. I would like to see like characters that are like there, but they give them like alternate costumes. I would love to see Super Saiyan 2 Tingo on in his Bojack movie costume. I'd love to see like different characters in different costumes, like Goku Super Saiyan being having his destroyed planet Namek look versus Frieza or stuff like that. I'd really love to see that like come around and have like multiple different like looks and feels, because that would be cool. Or base Vegeta with not his Saiyan Saga armor, but he has like his regular natural day Vegeta look now, and things of that nature. Android 18 with a different costume, things of that nature. That would be cool. Having a Saiyan armored Trunks, stuff of that caliber, that would be really sick to me. Would it do much? No, it'd just be a cosmetic, but it's to be cool. You'd be able to see your characters wear something different, and it'd be pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, if your character doesn't really wear anything different, like Goku Black, I mean, that could be unfortunate, but I mean, that's all you.
That's all you, baby.
Yeah. I mean, Gogeta, same thing. He doesn't wear anything different, so
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
he doesn't wear anything different. So I mean, like that character, yeah, I mean you're screwed. But I mean, they do have alternate costumes, and I'd like to see them. So you know, I'd like to see adult Gohan with Piccolo's gi, or you know, Gohan teen with Goku's gi, or something different.
Yeah.
Different alternate costumes, like how Videl has like an alternate, like you know, she has regular and then she has the pigtails, and that's cool. That's cool to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. Like especially like base Goku could have End of Z Goku gi.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
It's all. I think it would be a little bit nice to have, and it'd be cool.
Yeah. Like Arc System, they care about Dragon Ball Fighters a lot. They put a lot of effort into the game. So if they were to make Fighters 2, a second one, a sequel to this one, then yeah, I do see them actually doing that.
I do too. I'm really excited for the future of like Dragon Ball Fighters, anything that ArcSys really makes Fighters related. If they decide they want to make another game, like animated game based on whatever else, that's cool. But I
Actually,
definitely.
wait, sorry. I'm gonna be right back. Somebody's calling me. But you could continue saying what you were saying. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there are things that I'm really hyped for, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that Dragon Ball FighterZ can touch up on more. Um, I think that for the next game, there should definitely be more ways to open people up and get like solid hits in, because sometimes it is hard to really like get the hits in, and I'm very excited.
Mm, yeah, I'm not sure though. It's just when you're blocking in fighters, like it just seems like you're just blocking. Like there's not really much you can do. There aren't a lot of defensive options because, as mentioned, reflect only works half the time, and the push block is insane. Like there are characters that can just force you into the wall with just a few strings.
Yeah, some of the characters are kind of insane. I don't know. I feel like offense does have some things they can use. It can use a little bit more on though. It's like people think that like the game needs push block or nothing. I don't mind blocking. Like blocking, it's tough, yeah, but it's cool. Like blocking someone's whole combo. But I do feel like some of these characters don't have the same options that other characters have. Being able to get inside, being able to open people up, and there are some characters that I feel like are very hindered by that, like Goku Black. Goku Black doesn't have much ways to really like mix your character up. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
what does he really do?
Yeah, some characters definitely have it rougher than other ones.
I mean, then you have characters that are like Kid Buu, where you'll never be able to guess. That character is just all over the place.
Right. He's either mixing you or you're blocking for an entire minute. There's really no in between. Once he's on you, he's fucking on you.
I mean, you have your scary characters like Ado Gohan. Ado Gohan, like his pressure is actually insane. Like I'm very fearful when I run into a good Ado Gohan player. But
Mm-hmm.
there are some characters that I look and I'm like, I'm not really all that afraid because your character literally can't do much.
I ain't scared. Yeah, I feel you though. I don't think any major mechanical changes need to come in season 3, or any more major mechanical changes need to be in season 3.
Yeah, I don't think like I don't know the game has done stuff where now you have this um now you have this limit break system with your like anchor character and it's made a lot more characters like scarier to play against like Dragon Ball
Mm-hmm.
Super Broly. That character with limit break does a lot
Nutty.
of damage. A lot of damage. He has a solo like TOD. He can destroy. He can definitely destroy like characters, and it doesn't cost him more. Like it doesn't cost him much to do it, especially because they decide to make EX moves. Have bars, so you can solo TOD for 4 bars and that's it. And then, the limit break system automatically gives you 1 bar of meter. So, I mean, the character has a lot that he could do.
Yep, Hit has a solo TOD. Base Goku has a solo TOD with sparking, but still,
So,
it's crazy.
like, some of these characters are actually viable, and that's what I like. I like that, like, a lot more of the casts are viable. How viable? I don't know. I definitely like to see um tournaments and stuff like that. I like to see what people are really rocking.
Yeah,
But
people picking up
for
Ginyu
now,
now is like, I'm down with it.
we won't see any tournaments until the whole coronavirus stuff passes down. But
Boo. Anyways, well, yeah, I'm hyped about it. People picking up Ginyu again. People are playing
Okay, I'm
21.
back.
It's a good
So,
hat.
wait, what are you guys talking about now?
Just like character viability and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I was saying with the whole like with the limit break being introduced, there are a lot of characters that I think are like much more usable. Like Dragon Ball Super Broly, I think he's way more usable than he was before. Like Frieza, definitely a very Frieza, Anchor, he's good. So there are characters that are worth using now because of this whole limit break system. And then with Super Saiyan Goku being murderized, there you can use a whole bigger like you have a lot more variety when it comes to the characters that you are using.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I'll say it like this: if Super Saiyan Goku was still the same character, that's the character I'd be playing.
But since he got nerfed,
Yeah, but since he got nerfed, that character is dead.
Fuck them.
yeah, I don't really see any. I see more base form Vegetas now in ranked.
Yeah.
I,
Sad
I,
life.
I don't see that much Trunks actually, surprisingly. But I do see more Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Yeah, this character is a lot more fun to use now.
I only played him like only a handful of times, but in season 2. Not this one yet.
Like Dragon Ball Super Broly, I'm not gonna lie to you. This character, he's violent, he's fun. I mean, this character has everything that I want out of a character. Like that, this character is sick. Like the violence, the fun. I mean, this character is dope.
Nutty.
Yeah. Alright, so any last words on the topic of predicting who's gonna be in the third FighterZ Pass?
No, not for me. I think I've gone through all the characters I think are gonna be in.
Yeah. Me too. Alright, so
where's
let's
my
move
Pan?
on.
Damn it.
I mean, if they do add Pan, like there, well, I mean, Omega Shenron, yeah, it's guaranteed that he's gonna be added there. So Pan, that's another GT character that they're gonna add in there. So there's a lot. Like they did 2 Dragon Ball Super characters, and then they're gonna do another 2 GT characters. And then who are they gonna do for the last one? A GT, Super, or they might throw a curveball and just add in another Z character. Yeah, because looking at the trend so far, yeah, 2 super characters, and then there's gonna be Omega Shenron, and then another maybe GT character, or not. But yeah, who knows? Alright, so let's move on to our next topic. What's our favorite villain in all of Dragon Ball? What I mean by all of Dragon Ball, I mean the original Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball Z Kai. So, yeah. Why don't you start us off, SnypeZ?
The favorite villain, mine would still have to be Frieza. He's just the best of all of them. I don't see how I could look and be in, you know, his everything that he, you know, he has it all. I mean, he has the power. He has the power. He has good motives. He's just he was just pure evil. I mean, he was pure evil, but he just did not care. He would kill, and it didn't matter to him. So Frieza, that's my guy.
What about you, Pyro?
I'd also have to go with Frieza. More particularly the Dragon Ball Super iteration of Frieza, because they really ironed out his flaws. Because Frieza was, he's been humbled. Like he got fucked up more than once. He's been humbled. He's not quite as reckless, not quite as foolish as he was in like the Namek Saga when he was introduced, and then when he went back to Earth and got fucked up again. But he's learned, he's humbled himself, and now he's even more dangerous because he fucking knows better. I mean, yeah, he made a slip up in fucking Resurrection F and all that, but fucking whatever. Who cares about Resurrection F? But yeah, this version of Frieza is definitely the best one.
Alright. Well, for me, I have to go for like back then, when Resurrection of F barely came out, my villains, the list was Dragon Ball Z Broly, then it was Perfect Cell, and then that's it. When Resurrection of F barely came out. But now, after all the time, it's between Black Goku and Perfect Cell. The reason being is that, okay, Perfect Cell, he's pretty smart, But his Saiyan cells was kind of his downfall a little bit because he loved to fight and he wanted to test his powers and all that. But like when they first introduced him, oh, he was this mysterious, dangerous character that's just absorbing a lot of people there. And then, you know, Piccolo tried to fight him. He was alright at first. But then once Cell absorbed 17, then no, then he became even more dangerous. Then Super Vegeta and Super Trunks came in, fucked them up a little bit. But then, yeah, he tricked Vegeta to absorbing Android 18. And then after that, yeah, but he was still pretty cunning, smart, and he would literally square up with all the Z fighters and not really worry about it at all up until when Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 and started bodying him. Then he was like, oh no. But then of course when he survived it and got a Zenkai boost, and then yeah, when he came back, then he was dangerous again as well. So one of my favorite villains. But then Black Goku, now the reason why him, yes, even though he is a Masu, literally just stole Goku's body, but something with that makes him better than Zamasu himself. I'm not saying the merged Zamasu, not when they fuse together, no. I'm talking about the regular Zamasu. Like, Black Goku just seems better than him because he just wants to, one, he wants to fight, and two, he literally gives no fucks, like literally doesn't. Vegeta out here trained a bunch, went into the hyperbolic like he got bodied a few times, then he went to the hyperbolic time chamber, came back, bodied Black Goku, but Black Goku was like, nah B, I'm gonna get angry and I'm gonna get more of a power boost. There you go, let's square up. And it just he literally doesn't care who he goes up against. He does not get scared at all, unlike all the other villains that we see previously. Oh yeah, they do actually get scared. And what I mean by villains is like actual villains, like Frieza, Cell, and I guess sort of Majin Buu. Yeah, a bit, yeah. But Black Goku is just one of those. He gives no fucks. He will scrub up with anybody and he'll be like, oh, you defeated me. Okay, that doesn't matter because I'll just get this huge giant power boost. Oh, there you go. Now let's square up again. Like, he just keeps going and going, which that's what I like about him. And that's why I think that they're like a tie between them. Yeah, of course, Black Goku's story. Yeah, it's really confusing and it's just, could need work. But I mean, him as a character, his personality, and also his powers, good, awesome. And yeah,
I think Goku Black is good when it comes in terms of power, but to me, Dragon Ball Super was bad. So. Like, Dragon Ball Super is just bad. They didn't make him a good character when it comes to what he wants to do, like what his motives are or anything like that. Like, none of the villains in Dragon Ball Super were like something that I was like, oh yeah, this is a good villain. Like, the whole thing was bad. So everything with Dragon Ball Super and everything like to follow up with it or come through because of Dragon Ball Super is bad. In my eyes, and that's one of the only reasons why I can't take a Dragon Ball Super character as like a top villain or a top hero or something like that. Like, I Super Saiyan Blue transformation, terrible. Goku Black Art, terrible. Universe 6 versus Universe 7, that was actually not that bad. It was actually pretty cool. Everything else, terrible. Because Dragon Ball Super, what is it? Bad. So I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I was like, you know, everybody else is like, oh yeah, you know, okay, cool. Frieza, okay, cool, because Z was okay. The Frieza saga really, I feel like the Frieza Namek saga, like everything up to that point, saying Namek saga, well written, oh cool. Cell saga, it was weird because it was like, you know, you introduce Trunks was like from the future. Okay, you do all this, blah blah blah. Boo, you know, gloss over it. Okay, and then you have a Dragon Ball Super, which it was bad, and one of the main reasons why, like, I'm still having my issues is because uh, if everybody like is paying attention, everybody will realize that the ending of Dragon Ball Z had a 10-year time skip. In Dragon Ball Z, the ending, the very ending, had a 10-year time skip. That's where Pan is shown, and she's like a little kid, you know, whatever, whatnot. That's the ending of Dragon Ball Z, and it was like 10 years from after the Buu saga, and then Super is supposed to take place 4 years after that. So, you know, you have a 10-year time skip and all that stuff. Everybody's supposed to be 14 years older. So here you go, and then you have Dragon Ball Super, and you have Goten and Trunks looking like kids, and Pan's a baby, and you have this whole Goku Black stuff, and all. See, now you're seeing where I'm coming from. Where I just think it's all bad. Like there's no reason why, you know, anything Dragon Ball Super in my eyes should be like good, because it's not well written. The characters aren't something that you really get attached to. Goku literally loses every brain cell that he has, and he's not like a likable character. My main guy, Gohan, that character's been butchered since a long time now, and Dragon Ball Super's butchered him. They had a whole bunch of scenes that really didn't make much sense. Got copy Vegeta. I don't know. I can't take a. Yeah, in terms of power, okay, Goku Black, but Frieza's way better in terms of how they made him, you know, what he's about and everything. It's like that's why I choose Frieza, because I just have a lot of bias against Dragon Ball Super because it's bad.
Wow. I understand that, like, me thinking over it of Dragon Ball Super after that live stream that you did, I do see a lot of the problems that Dragon Ball Super has, but the thing is, I don't know, it's just me. I always like these characters who are powerful, or yeah, they get defeated, but they don't give no fucks, and then they come back and try to challenge them again, and they don't like whine or whatever. Like, so okay, yes, he did whine a bit, but the thing is that also makes up for like him being cunning and tricking the Z Warriors, as well as him squaring up with literally everybody, doing a tournament 1v, I don't remember how many people were there, 1v10 or something like that. But I don't know, like Black Goku, I just like mostly his personality and the powers that he has more than what his story is. Yeah, like his story, yeah, it's sort of bad, but I don't know, it's just his personality, him. Like, he's literally squaring up with Goku and Vegeta. Them, he squared up with them. He bodied them. And then they come back stronger. Bodied Black Goku. Well, it was Vegeta bodied him, but then he was like, got angry, powered up, and then now going toe to toe with Vegeta again. And he literally gives no fucks. He's like that one villain in all of Dragon Ball that actually didn't whine or beg to one of the heroes and be like, oh, please spare me, this and that. He didn't do that at all. He just kept fighting and don't care at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, like I said, that's cool. It's just, if Dragon Ball Super was wrote properly, my main thing about like Goku Black is Goku Black, the stage of where they got to, Goku Black should never be able to get to that point, because they should destroy Goku Black. Like, he should be no match for them at all. Like the Super Saiyan Rose still should be no match for them. Base form Goku Black in comparison to like Super Saiyan 2 Goku Black, I mean Goku, so Goku Black shouldn't be even close to fighting like this Goku. There should be no competition. Goku Black should not do anything. So it's like, you know, he's powerful, yeah, I guess, but the character is bullshit. He shouldn't be that powerful. So that's why I don't, you know, consider him, because like that's a BS character. I feel like he was literally just made there because they didn't know what to do. But you know, if they were like actually good at, you know, writing stuff and actually like cared, Goku Black's not. Goku Black's a joke compared to these characters that we have. Like that, like he's fighting against Goku and Vegeta. He should be a joke. You should literally be like a father character. Yeah, it's cool. Everybody's like, oh yeah, we get a Goku that has pink hair. Cool. But Goku Black shouldn't be anything near these characters. What? Frieza shouldn't be anything near these characters. When I'm thinking Dragon Ball Super, I'm thinking like they're getting ready to start fighting gods, not the bullshit that they gave us.
Yeah. I do see where you're coming from. Like, the entrance of Battle of the Gods when Goku got that the power and fought Beerus. Yeah, you would think that, oh yeah, Goku's getting ready because he got that God Key, and then Vegeta would somehow do that, maybe the same ritual again, and all that. But yeah, I see where you're coming from of all this, of Black Goku, and then the Tournament of Power, and etc.
I'll just say it like this: the Goku Black arc was so bad that one, they had to run away from one. They were already stronger than Goku Black at the start, so they should have already had just beaten him at the start. No, you know, no holds barred. They should have already just gotten rid of him. The fact that it went on that long, and then they had the whole thing with, you know, Zamasu becoming immortal, and then it messes up the timeline, you know, and then you have two Trunkses, two Mai's, and then you have to keep going about doing like all this nonsense, going back to the future, bringing in Vegeta, the Potara earrings getting nerfed. Then you have this whole Spirit Bomb sword and Rage Trunks. That's a terrible. That is a terrible arc. Dragon Ball Super is all fan service, and it's nothing good. Having stuff like the Tournament of Power, having Berserker KO going through Blue Goku's Kamehameha to like show homage to, you know, the original Broly movie, the Z Broly movie. That's bad. Nobody cares about that. Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta using Final Explosion to like block off destruction energy and not dying from it. That's bad. Nobody wants to see that. Having Kale and Caulifla being able to fight, even with Potara, Blue Goku, that's bad. Nobody wants to see that, but everyone will say, oh well, the power scaling was messed up in the with goat tanks and stuff like that. And how? There's no way it's messed up in comparison to how Super messed it up. I'm not even a power scaler. I just think that Dragon Ball Super is bad. I don't see how there's anything that, you know, from Dragon Ball Super that people can really sit there and be like, yo, that's really good. Now, am I gonna say you can't like anything from Dragon Ball Super because it's bad? No. But if people are to ask me, what do you think of, who's your favorite, I can't choose anything Dragon Ball Super, because in my own personal opinion, that's just garbage. That is something that was literally made to just show off to a bunch of, you know, around the age of 13 to 15 year olds, something like that, 8, 13, 15, between that like age frame. It's to be like, here you go, here's just a bunch of fighting, and yeah, we'll give you some cool looking transformations, and people are like, oh, it looks cool. It may not make no fucking sense, but it looks cool. That's great. Yay. Then that's what I think of it.
Right.
Yeah, well, like me, like thinking about the whole power scaling and all that, because I used to actually power skill back then. Like I stopped in somewhere in 2017. I just stopped power scaling, and ever since then I got rusty. But Black Goku, him getting that power, you have to think. At what point did Zamasu actually stole Black Goku's body?
When he stole Goku's body, that's before he learned Super Saiyan Blue. So that Super Saiyan Rose shit should not exist.
Yeah, well, they did sort of explain that Zamasu used his own God Key and then combined it with Super Saiyan and then made Super Saiyan Rose.
Which I get, but if I want to know how his own God Key makes Goku Black strong enough to take down, makes it strong enough to take down pretty much Goku and Vegeta Blue when Zamasu himself is only at Super Saiyan 2 Goku's level.
Well, then Goku Black figured out what a Zenkai boost was, and
yeah, and then they were like, yeah, you know,
here's like, I can abuse this.
Here's a bunch of Zenkai boosts. Here you go, here you go. But it's like, you know, he was getting Zenkai boosts in areas that didn't even look like he was close to dying.
Yeah, like he'd get punched in the face and he'd be like, "This pain will make me stronger."
Yeah, he's like, ha,
Sorry.
I just gotta get my Zenkai boost because, you know, it's necessary for the plot. But other than that, if it's not necessary for the plot, that shit's garbage.
Like, this man will stub his toe and then take out Beerus.
I don't see how you could sit there and be like, yeah, you know, that man just powered up for no reason and that was cool.
Yeah, like, so the Goku that he stole his body from, what it seems like it's after the Buu saga. It's like the clothing that Goku was wearing, that Zamasu stole his body, was like at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, from what it seems like, because of the clothing that Goku was wearing. And so, if that were the case, then him fighting Trunks, assuming that Trunks actually did continue training once he came back and destroyed the androids and Cell in his time, assuming that he continued to keep training over and over, because then again, you have to think about it, Trunks also did fight against the Bora. He didn't fight against Majin Buu because he destroyed them before Majin Buu was ever released. But the Bora, he was comparable to Perfect Cell. Perfect Cell. And so Trunks was fighting that. And he had Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 already. And after that he fought Black Goku, who is actually, thinking about it, is stronger than Trunks. Because he stole the body from Goku that already knows Super Saiyan 3. That's at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, but hasn't had a God Key yet. And so what I'm thinking of it is that they trade off. Trunks gets bodied, then gets a Zenkai boost, and then he fights Black Goku, and then Black Goku gets bodied, he gets a Zenkai boost, then fights Trunks, and then it goes back and forth to the point that Black Goku got so strong that Trunks can't even make a dent to him anymore, and Black Goku has already got enough Zenkai boost that he went beyond Trunks' level, beyond that Super Saiyan 3 Buu Saga Goku and all that, which I'm thinking that with all that Zenkai boost that he get from Trunks, it doesn't say how many times they fought, but I do think that they fought a lot, because I remember that Trunks said that he fought him at least a year or so of fighting Black Goku. So you would think they had multiple fights and they keep getting Zenkai boosts from one another, but Black Goku's Zenkai boost was I guess better than Trunks was, since he stole a body from a full Saiyan.
I feel like that's what you're doing, like, I feel like you're trying to look for something to like make it up, like for what that is. But I feel that Goku Black was just way better than he was just way stronger than you know Trunks. So there's no reason for like I don't feel like this whole Zenkai boost thing, because it was like there's Trunks really didn't like get much more powerful until like he did the whole rage nonsense. I feel like what's going on is just like we're looking for things to like try to you know justify why Goku Black has his strength. No, it's like he just has it because they just wanted him to be like that, because that's what Dragon Ball Super is. People were just getting strong just to be strong. People like Frieza who were dead for, well, honestly, if they've actually followed the the right timeline, I'll put it like this: Frieza died, and you had Frieza dying and the the whole Namek saga, and then you had a 3-year jump to the Android saga, Android Cell saga, and then you had a 10-year, and then you had a 7-year jump from that. So it's been 10 years, okay, and then you had the end, then you had the like Blue saga and whatnot, and then you had the ending of Z, which is a whole another 10-year skip, and then you have Super, which is supposed to be 4 years after that. So it would be technically 24 years, but they didn't do it like that, so they messed up the whole timeline. So I think it's like only like 14 years after that. So 14 years, let's skip the whole 10 years, right? So you have 14 years later, and here comes Frieza, who after 14 years decides, I feel like I'm finally gonna train. So he trains for 4 months, comes back, and he's Blue Goku level. Wrong. That is wrong. There's no reason for that. That's whack. That makes no sense. That makes 0 sense. And so that's what Dragon Ball Super is. You were just giving characters power just to make it seem like that was something to be a challenge to Goku and Vegeta, when it shouldn't have been. Characters like Jiren coming along, and he's way stronger than Gods of Destructions, because his backstory is telling you that he just wants his mastery back so he can get more head pads. That makes no sense. Nothing with Dragon Ball Super is there to like add up. It's more, we just had to throw stuff in there because we just had to. It's not like, oh yeah, let's rationalize it. Like let's make it make sense. No, they were just like, you know what? Let's just throw it in there. If it looks cool, it looks cool. So it started to look cool, because eventually after like the first few episodes, they changed the shitty animation for Dragon Ball Super, because we all remember how shitty the animation was. So they started introducing characters like Beerus, where oh shit, damn, it doesn't look like Goku and Vegeta will ever be able to beat him. What does Beerus become? He becomes a pretty much sideline character for comedic relief. Like that's pretty much what we see him. Either he's just eating all the time, being lazy as shit, and that's it. He doesn't really do much God of Destruction work besides the stuff that he does against Zamasu, but erasing Zamasu there like only messes up Trunks' timeline for whatever reason. So it only messes up like some timeline or something. So like he ends up messing something up. So I mean, it's not written well, which a lot of people will hit you with the sound argument, where it doesn't it doesn't need to be written well. It's just cool. Okay, that's cool, but there are, you know, a whole bunch of different animes that are written well and are cool. I'm not saying, you know, it has to be written out in a very like long thing like One Piece or something like that. You know, it's all your own personal choice, but that shit's not done well. Dragon Ball Super is literally made for people who just wanted to look at something Dragon Ball. And if it's cool, if it looks cool, like Ray's Trunks, if it looks cool, cool. If it's UI Goku, where UI Goku, you know, gets the horrendous rebound side effect of being in Ultra Instinct, and then next thing you know, 30 seconds later, he's back up and getting ready to fight Jiren again. If that's cool to you, okay. But does that make sense? No, it does not. It's garbage.
Well,
Okay.
all right.
So then, favorite villains, right?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to do all that. It's just like
This man popped off.
it's like just think about it. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, I was never a super analytical person when it came to that anyways. I never really thought Super was the fucking second coming of Jesus in the form of an anime, but it's just something fun to watch. Toriyama's never been a good writer. Like, I'm sorry. Everyone's gasping. Yeah, Toriyama's always been a bad writer, but fucking...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Dragon Ball's just fun.
I like it's definitely something where I'm sitting there, you know, like it's you know, fun to watch, I guess, but I would feel that to me, as you know, I'm right now I'm about to be 24 years old. I couldn't watch it and enjoy it as much as I would have if there was a lot more meaning to like the fighting or the scenes that are going on, or like it had more impact. Just throwing something out there where, you know, you have UI Goku and its whole rebound effect, or the Spirit Bomb sword, it's like you guys are literally just making up stuff. But hey, you know, I stuck there and I tried to watch it, and I was like, okay, there's some cool scenes, but you know, once I start getting to scenes where they have Beerus looking like Scooby Doo, or when they have Vegeta, you know, the whole pacifier episode, I sit there, I'm like, come on now, what is this?
Come on, bro.
Really, what is this?
Well, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, E3. Woo! Let's talk about E3.
Yeah, but alright, wait, but before we talk about that, so, last words for our favorite villain in all of Dragon Ball.
I don't know, I just like Super Frieza. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just like Frieza. Like, doesn't
Like
matter
that ass.
It doesn't matter. Like, the thing is that it doesn't matter which one he's in. Frieza's just cool. Like, he's just a pure all around like villain. Like, he's not like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna fight people. He's like, no, I'm just gonna kill people, and I like that.
Yeah. Alright, well, now let's move on to our final topic. Our thoughts about E3 being cancelled this year. So, what do you think, Snipes, about that?
E3 being canceled, I think it, you know, I think it very much needed to be, especially because it's like, you know, to be honest, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's like, yeah, it's E3, but a lot of these games and stuff that can be shown off or can just be done at the, like, the companies or the, like, their own leisure. Like, they can do that. So it's not like we still won't see like the games and like stuff that are coming out. It's just, you know, it's just one event, for like, a bunch of like gaming and stuff. But it's big, but the bigger issue is the coronavirus. So I mean, I think it will pass. So I mean, who knows? It can very well pass, and people, like say, hey, E3's back in season. Or I mean, if it doesn't, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think, we'll still get to see, our games and stuff that we want to see. That's all there is for me, though.
Alright, and you, Pyro?
I mean, the way I see E3, it's just a showcase of a bunch of failed demos anyways. Like, E3 presentations are a fucking meme at this point anyway, so... Most of the presentations are fucking half-baked. No one knows what they're doing. Shit's failing. Power's going out and shit. Presentations are blacking out. Fucking game's not working. Fucking... It's just a shit show all around, for the most part, for the last few years at least. So it's like, you know what, just do your thing, make your trailers, announce your games, have a ball. You don't need to fucking make yourself like an ass on a stage at E3 this year. Like, it's fine. So, like, E3 being canceled is like, whatever. My dog keeps trying to sit on my microphone, and I'm about to throw him at a wall. But, anyways. Anyways, yeah, E3 is like, nah, whatever. Games will still come out. They don't need E3 for the game to get announced.
That's exactly how I feel. I don't feel like E3, like, it's necessary for the game to come out. Like, I mean, when it comes to Sony and Microsoft, if they want to show off their new consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox, whatever the hell it is.
Xbox refrigerator.
Yeah, once they want to show that off, they very much can. So I mean, it's no big deal to them.
Yeah, like E3. I mean, I think the reason why E3 is still going on, even though they could do exactly what Nintendo does, just do a Nintendo Direct, just live stream it, and just tell what games are going to be released, or maybe show gameplay of it, and etc. They could exactly do the same thing what Nintendo is doing, but I think E3 is just the biggest gaming event out there to show off like games and all that, and also get together with people who also share the same interest with other people. And yeah, it's just an event to just have people get together, which is nice. So that way you could, make new friends there as well. And then if you're a content creator, and if you meet another content creator, then yeah, you could become friends, start collaborating on videos, or do podcast episodes, live stream together, whatever's. And yeah, so I think E3 is sort of a big deal, but at the same time not, because like what both of you said, yeah, they could just still show off their games and whatever new consoles that they're gonna release and all that, but I don't know, maybe it's just the feel of E3 being the biggest gaming event out there, and having people who have the same interests come together and talk and meet up, as well as see in person, oh, what do they have in store. I think maybe that's why people are making it like a big deal of it.
I feel that.
Right.
Because, like, for example, sporting events. There's always sporting events that you could get together to watch sports. Basketball, football, soccer, whatever. There's always stadiums for it. For games, there's not really that much. So E3 kind of like fills in the gaps. It fills in the void for gamers to go out there and, yeah, get together and etc.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know, maybe they might do, like what Nintendo does. Just the Nintendo Direct, but maybe Sony Direct and Microsoft Direct. I mean, they could just do exactly that. And that would be fine too, because I've never been to E3 before. So I don't know how it's like in person.
I don't even know where the fucking thing is.
I mean, neither.
Yeah, I have no idea how it's like, so you wouldn't get much out of me there.
That's all. None of us never been to E3 before, so the lovely people that are watching this podcast, either live or in video form, tell us in the comments. What do you think about, E3 being cancelled, and how does that, affect you and make you feel? If you ever been to E3 before, because none of us have, so we don't really care that much. But I'm pretty sure people who actually been to E3 even once might actually feel a little bit sad or something. So comment down below, what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah.
And yeah, so any last words for that topic?
Rest in peace.
No, not for me.
Well, so that is all the topics that we were discussing and all that. So that is all the topics. So anyways, guys, this is going to be it for episode 8 of the podcast. Of course, everybody's social media and everybody's YouTube channels, etc. are always going to be in the description down below. So make sure you go and check out SnypeZ's YouTube channel, as well as follow him on Twitter and all his other social medias as well. And yeah, so this is going to be it for the podcast. So any final words before ending it off?
Peace out, everybody. Thank you so much for having me on the podcast. It was definitely fun. Sorry about the huge Dragon Ball Super rant. Probably won't be too much more than that ever again. It's just every time I think of anything like Dragon Ball Super, and my Sharingan starts activating.
But it's get so fucking heated.
So yeah, I mean, it was definitely fun for me.
Yep.
Yeah. It was fun for me too.
Anyways, wipe your ass, wash your hands, don't get sick out there. The world's crazy.
Yeah, make sure, be careful about the whole coronavirus.
All of our problems could be avoided if you'd all wash your nasty ass hands. Like, it doesn't process. Like, who trained you? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just make sure you wash your hands before you eat, after you eat, and when you finish going to the bathroom. Please do that.
And wipe your nasty ass. That's a big one too. People don't wipe their ass anymore. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
Oh, that's nasty.
That's fucking disgusting. Wipe your fucking ass.
And also, please, gamers out there, I know some of you don't take a shower at all. Please start taking a shower, because that also affects. Okay, but anyways, it's gonna be it for the podcast. See ya.